Howdy champs, my name is Mohit, and guys, today I'm going to show you how to load external SWF files and turn it into a Flash slideshow. In fact, before I proceed, let me first show you a publish preview by testing the flower file by hitting Ctrl Enter on the keyboard. So guys, this is the first SWF that has loaded externally. All the pictures, rather SWF files, in fact 5 of them have been stored or kept in an external file. Okay, they are not inside the Flash interface, which means that tomorrow or later on what you can do is you can just replace those pictures with your own, and you don't need to make any alteration to the script, or it might be a minor alteration to the script. You may not even have to open up the Flash interface. You see, you just need to upload those pictures onto the server and make the changes there. Many a times you don't even have to edit it inside Flash. Oh, that's the good news, right? So that's the second picture. You can also hear the click sound. The buttons have been designed in a way so whenever you click the next to the previous button, they throw a glow. Okay, as you can see, they when you hover over the buttons, the alpha increases. When you press it down, the alpha increases even further and it throws a glow. Not only does it throw a glow, you can actually hear the click sound. Okay, and then the next picture fades in. It fades in because it's a SWF file, guys. It's not a JPG or a BMP or a PNG image. Okay, and the best part is the images will automatically center onto the stage. The only thing that you need to take care of is that the biggest picture should not exceed the size of the stage. Just in case it does, either you can decrease the size of the picture or you can increase the size of the stage. No matter what the size of the stage is, the picture will automatically center itself, top, bottom and left, right, and that's the good news, guys. So the other good thing about this slideshow is that once you reach the last picture, it should loop back to the very first picture. Okay, no matter whether you press the prev button or the next button. When I say prev, it means previous. The gallery actually cycles through the pictures beautifully, right? Also guys, have a look out here. Since the background is black, what I've done is I've actually made sure that we have a filter, a glow filter around each and every picture, right? So that looks pretty cool. Also guys, have a look out here. The buttons, no matter what, are always above the picture, as you can actually see in this specific SWF file. The button is above the SWF file. All right, so let's have a look on the timeline, guys. On the timeline, you can see we have an AS3 layer which is hosting the action script. Let me open it up for you. We have around 45 lines of script, and the other layer is the button layer. Okay, let me hide it for you. The button should disappear, right? So that's all that we have. As I said, all the pictures, which are strictly speaking SWF files, have been kept externally. Let me show you the folder which is actually housing or hosting these pictures. This folder called food is storing all the pictures. Let me open it up for you. Okay, inside, give me a minute. Okay, inside this folder, guys, we have yet another folder, the SWFs folder. Let me open it up for you, which is actually hosting 5 SWF files or 5 SWF movies. Let me open up the first one for you, guys. You can see that the only difference between this SWF file and any other normal picture is that it fades in. Now, how did I accomplish the fade in effect? I'm not going to show it to you. I'm assuming that you know how to motion tween or to use the classic tween and get the fade in effect. So what you need to do is you need to get a few pictures, you need to pull it up on the flash stage and apply fade to it. You can change the alpha, you can use the motion of the classic tween, and then generate the SWF file, and that SWF file you can actually keep inside a folder, like just the way I've done. This is the second I'll show it to you again. Okay, this is the second SWF file, this is the third one, right, this is the fourth one. So all of them are actually ones that fade in. Yep, very cool. Okay, so let me show it to you again. No, I cannot play it from here. All right. So as you see, the difference between a picture and these SWF files is that the fade in has been added to the picture and a SWF has been generated. Cool. Also guys, this is the MP3 file, which is the click sound, right? And these are the buttons that I've actually used for this project. Okay, all of them bundled together. I've made a zipped file which is available for download on my website, http://qualitylessons.net/downloads. Cool. So guys, the only thing that is left for me to explain is the action script. Well, let me open it up for you. I'll just quickly go through it. Okay, these are certain import directives that will happen automatically when you start writing the script. In line number 6, what I've done is I've created a variable myglow, where I've actually kept which is equal to a new glow filter, where I've made sure that I've kept a white glow. I've stored a white glow. Okay, stored a white glow. Cool. And then guys, I've created two more variables, total images and the image number, the current image number, that is. The total number of images guys is 5 in my case. Rather, these are not images, these are actually SWF files, strictly speaking. So ideally it should have been total SWFs. Okay, but that's okay, it's just a variable name. I actually started off making this slideshow with images, then I thought otherwise I wanted to add the fade and effects, so I actually that's the reason I had actually selected the variable then. All right, it's just a variable name. You could put my name, your name, that's absolutely all right. So total images is equal to 5, the image number is equal to 1. Okay, then what I've done is I've instantiated the loader class. Now the loader class, when you say variable myloader, the type loader is a new loader, basically you're creating a container or a vessel which loads the images of the SWF files. Guys, I don't know how many of you are actually aware that the loader class is used to load external assets, could be pictures, could be SWF files. Okay, then I've used the URL request class to load a new SWF file every time. Okay, so in line number 11, I'm saying that please go to the SWF folder, pull up the image number. Now initially the image number is 1, so I would want 1.swf to load, right? Load through the load method in line number 12. So I'm making sure that the variable my request, which is basically the SWF file, 1.swf, 2.swf, 3.swf, kept in the SWFs folder, should get loaded, right? Just in case the name of your folder is new folder, so this will become new folder instead of SWFs. Since my folder is SWFs, I've kept it I've kept the name SWFs, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm in line number 12, I'm using the load method to load. You see, just like you load the barrel of a gun or load a stone into a catapult. I don't know how you pronounce it, catapult. Okay, similarly loader is like a vessel. You load an image or load a SWF into it. Okay, cool. Guys, have a look out here. I have to ensure that no matter what the size of the picture is, it should center itself onto the stage, and that is possible only if I know the dimensions of the picture. Okay, the picture loads itself into the loader. Okay, so basically what I need to do is I need to, every time the picture loads itself into the loader, I need to get the dimension of the loader, strictly speaking, not the picture. Okay, so that is possible through content loader info property of the loader class. Now what this property does is it will get the information about the content being loaded inside the loader. So the add event listeners, what are event listeners? Event listeners are nothing but ears and eyes that we attach to something so that they become sensitive to the event that is going to happen. So we are saying please attach it to the content loader info property of the loader class. The content loader info property is responsible for pulling up information about the content that is inside the loader. Okay, but this event I would want it to be an init event, initialization. The word init comes from the word initialization. When the event is initialized, basically as soon as, that split second, as soon as the loader starts to get loaded with the external SWF file, the very fraction of a second when the loading starts, as soon as it's initialized, we should get the image info. All right, so let's see what's inside the function image info. Basically I've created a variable image x, imgx. Now that is equal to stage.stage width. Now this will fetch me the width of the stage minus myLoader.width. Now myLoader.width will change every time depending on the content that's being loaded. Okay, so we'll delete the width of the SWF file from the width of the stage and divide it by 2. That'll give me the x where the SWF file should be placed. Similarly, in line number 7, you can see what I've done is I've declared yet another variable image y. Now that is equal to the stage width minus the loader width, stage height minus the loader height divided by 2. Okay, using the formula in line number 16 and 17, I ensure that each and every picture or each and every SWF file is centered on the stage, left to right, top to bottom. All right, this is the formula that we use quite a lot. Stage.stage width minus my image.width or my loader.width. Since my loader.width is going to change depending on the content being loaded, right, by 2, always by 2. Then guys, what I've done is, since I now have values for the variable image x and image y, okay, now what I can do is I can place the loader according to these coordinates. So myLoader.x is equal to image x and myLoader.y is equal to image y. Now these 4 lines will make sure that the loader, which is holding the SWF file, so as a result the SWF file will center itself onto the stage. Right guys, out here in line number 20, what I've done is I've used the filters property and I've added the filter, or rather the glow filter, to the loader, adding a white glow filter all around. If you remember in line number 6, what I'd done was I'd saved the glow filter inside a variable myglow. Cool, let's go down. Okay, guys, in line number 24, since now I've added the glow, I know where to place, I have the coordinates which will ensure that the SWF file or the loader will be placed centrally. Then I can go ahead and add the loader onto the stage, but I'm not using the add child method, I'm using the add child at method and making sure that it's being added to the bottommost layer sorry, which will ensure that the buttons layer is always at the top of the pictures layer or the SWF layer, right? That'll ensure that the buttons always show through, right? Even though you know the SWF file may be coming, you see, if you don't use the add child at method, simply use the add child method, the buttons will go under the SWF file, so that's not desirable at all, right? Then guys, I've since I've added two buttons onto the stage, the button on the right has been given an instance name of right button. It's a button, not a movie clip, guys. And the button on the left has been given an instance name of left button. I've added event listeners to them of the type mouse click. They respectively shoot two functions, next image and previous image. Let's see what happens when you with the next image function, right? So as you can see, it's a mouse event, specifically a click event, right? So here we are checking line number 28 if the image number, initially the image number is 1, see, 1, and the total images variable is equal to 5. We're checking through the if conditional if the image number is less than the total images. Okay, so yes, obviously image number 1 is less than total images 5, in which case please increase the image number. Okay, so from 1 it will jump to 2. Image number plus plus is incrementing image by 1, the image number by 1. So the variable image number then acquires a value of 2. Else make image number equal to 1. That will happen if the image number is 5 and 5 is not less than 5. That will happen when the last image shows through. We'll like to set the image number. I'm really sorry. After we are done with changing the value of the variable image number, I would want a routine reload to run. Okay, what exactly is reload? So let's see. Initially the image number is 1, which is less than total number of images, which is 5. Okay, so we change the image number to 2 here. Then this will not fire, obviously. This will fire, which a function called reload has been called upon. Let's see what the function reload is there in line number 40. The function reload says please remove the child. So the picture that was showing up front, please remove it from the loader so that it becomes empty and available for us to load the second image, right? Line number 42 says that the request, my request, basically requesting for another SWF file. Now this second SWF file becomes equal to image number, which is now 2.swif inside the SWF folder. So we dig inside the SWF folder and we fetch 2.swif. The SWFs, guys, have been named 1.swif, 2.swif, 3.swif, 4.swif, and 5.swif. And then we load it inside the loader using the load method. We load the request inside the loader using the load method, and then we use the add child at method, and we make sure that the loader is added at index number 0, which is the bottommost layer, so that the buttons always remain on top of the SWF file. So that concludes this tutorial, guys. So what you can do is, I'm not so sure how many of you have actually understood the action script, which is moderately difficult. So what you can do is, you can go to my website http://qualitylessons.net/downloads and get the FLA file, and there you'll find a folder called SWFs. Okay, let me open up it again, the folder that is. So you'll find a folder called SWF. All you need to do is, I have kept 5 SWF images. You can keep as many as you want. The only alteration to the script, just in case, let's say you decide to keep sorry, 10 SWF files instead of 5, you need to go to the actions panel, and you just need to change the total number of images from a 5 to a 10. That's the only change that you need to do. But make sure, guys, that when you are naming the SWFs, you should name them 1.swif, 2.swif, 3.swif, 4.swif, 5.swif, 6.swif, so on and so forth, right? So That's the only thing that you need to keep in mind. Also make sure that the size of the biggest SWF is less than the size of the stage. In case it's not, you can increase the size of the stage. The size of my stage is 750 by 500 pixels, which is bigger than the biggest picture, right? So before I sign off, guys, let me hit Control Enter to test or export the SWF once again. So hitting Control Enter, you can see the glow filter all around the picture, guys. Second picture, third one, fourth one. You can see the buttons are always above the SWF files. So you can see out here, the button has an alpha that increases when you mouse over and increases further when you click. And you can see the definite glow all around, the glow and the blur all around when it's in the down state. And you can even hear the click sound, guys. Now let me talk a little bit about the button. If I double click on the button, guys, you can see it has a click layer and one layer called layer number 1. In the up state, guys, the alpha is 50. In the over state, the alpha is 80, and in the down state, the alpha is 100. Okay, in the down state, you can see out here that it also has a glow filter where the values of blur X and blur Y are 10 each. Okay, the strength is 100% and the quality is high, the color is white. Also, let's have a look what's exactly there on the click layer. Click layer has a sound, guys. That sound is there in the library. This is the sound. So all you need to do is you need to select this frame and you need to pull out the sound from the library onto the stage. That's it. Right. So guys, that concludes this tutorial. As I said, if it's too difficult to comprehend the action script, which it might be, please download it from my website. Do rate, comment, guys, and I hope to see you very soon with yet another Flash and ActionScript 3/Dreamweaver tutorial. You have a good day, guys. Bye bye. Peace.